So a few weeks ago, a guy reached out to me via email and he said, "HB man, I need your help. How can I basically build a watch collection out of a maximum of $2,000? I want to get into watches, but I don't know where to begin. What should I do?" So of course I saw this as some kind of challenge and I thought, hey, this could actually make a really good video. So why don't I do my research? Imagine if it was myself in this situation, and let's see if I can relay this to you guys who may be a little bit stuck about choosing what kind of watch for what kind of situation, and of course not breaking the bank at the same time. I believe that you would need a diver watch, a dress watch, a chronograph, a digital watch, and something a little bit more modern that you're not going to worry about wearing it on everyday kind of use. So without further ado, let's get on with this. So the first watch I'm going to basically talk about is the diver watch. In regards to divers, there's nothing more better than having a skin diver in your collection. This watch is actually super nice and of course super affordable. This is the Dujena skin diver, which is 20 ATM. It has an ATA 2472 movement in it. Now the ATA 2472 is a super reliable movement from back in the day, and it's something that is serviceable. Parts are still easy to get hold of as far as I'm concerned. It's a 21 jewel based movement, and it is basically coming in at 36mm excluding the crown. A 20mm look size is super fresh, so it looks quite sturdy on the wrist, and the guy has even put a tropic style new rubber bracelet on it. It's not an original tropic, but at the end of the day, the modern ones, they look okay for what they are. Maybe it's something you want to replace at a later date, but it looks super fresh. The condition of the watch is in not bad condition. Dujena is a good brand as far as I'm concerned. It is a mid-tier brand. They made many watches in like the 60s and the 70s, and this is a skin diver looking very similar to some of the Tissot models, looks super fresh. And of course the other thing that is good about this watch is the price that the guy's asking in question. This is available on eBay right now as a buy it now for around $185. That in my opinion is a super fresh, super fair price. I'm not even going to complain about that price. I think it's super fresh. So moving on, we have the dress watch. This is the watch that you want to wear when you're basically going to work, making yourself look super fresh, or you've got a shirt on, you don't want something too big and too bulky, but you want it to look stylish at the same time. Now, the watch in question that I have found, some people might find it a little controversial because I see it as more of a dress watch, and I really like these models. I've touched on them before, but still it could potentially be confirmed as more of a diver as well, because it does have an EPSA case back. So you guys probably know where I'm going with this one. It is the Enica Sherpa D600. I love these watches. These watches are super affordable, they're super underrated for what they are, and they really do get the job done. The best thing about this watch that I found, it's new old stock. Seriously guys, new old stock. For people that don't know what that exactly means, this means that this is basically a watch that is in new condition, it's never been worn, and it's from back in the day, so the late 1960s or the 70s or whenever it is that it was made. It's just never been worn. Now the main thing that drives me to this watch in question is the dial. Look at it guys. This is why I'm classing this as more of a dressed, stylish watch. Green dials are super fresh at the moment. Man, everybody's doing it. So a green dial, and to have a checkered green dial, super fresh, super nice. It has a wonderful green checkered reflective dial. The case is in absolutely pristine condition with brushed sides and also polished edges. It even still has the original wax on the case back, which is super fresh and also super rare to find. I'm not 100% sure what the movement is inside, but if I'm going on a completely educated guess, I would say it is the AR161. I've worked on these movements before. Parts can be found, they're not super hard, and it's a really nice hand wind movement. Now, the reason I'm using this as more of a dress watch is the size in question. It's 37mm, but these watches are quite slim, so they sit really snug on the wrist and look super fresh on a shirt or whatever it is you want to wear when you're out and about. So this for me is a perfect dress watch with a sporty kind of edge feel to it, because you still got to look super fresh and super sporty nice. But you can get away with it within a nice shirt, and especially with that green dial, super fresh. The best thing about this watch as far as I'm concerned, like I said, it's new old stock, so the condition is pristine. And then of course we move on to the price. This guy is asking $550 or best offer. I'm pretty sure if you offered $500 straight for this, which I think is more than fair, the guy would snap your hands off. It's not a cheeky offer as far as I'm concerned. Now $300, that would be super cheeky and super not fresh. But 500, I think for this is a decent offer in question. A special super fresh, super nice welcome to Heath, who is the latest member of the Horology Biology channel. If you want to become a member of the HP channel, there is a link below where you can click on join. It will give you all of the information about what you get by joining and supporting the channel, which I would of course be eternally, superly, moistly grateful for moving forward. You get super fresh, super nice emojis, and you also get priority replies to all of your comments. So if you have problems regarding a watch, etc., you can reach out to me and I will be super on that. And I will be replying in a super fresh, super nice manner about the problem that you have, and hopefully we can address it moving forward. So that's two watches that we've got broken down. We got the diver watch and we got the dress watch, and we've had a total of around $685. So we still got some ways to go. Let's move on. The next watch that I'm going to talk about is going to be within the digital category, because there's nothing more fresh than having something digital in your collection at the same time of having analog. Sometimes you just don't want to mess around with setting a time on a watch or winding it up, etc., etc. So to have something digital that takes a battery, it just makes things a little bit easier depending on your situation. And of course, there's a lot of choice out there that's going back to like the late 1970s or the 80s, where you can basically get something decent for a decent price. And of course, when it comes to digital, Seiko, man, you cannot beat it. The watch that I have decided to choose for this digital category is gonna be the Seiko Pan Am, nicknamed the Lemon Face, reference number M158-5009. The watch in question dates from 1977. It has an LCD digital display. As I mentioned, it has a beautiful lemony yellow kind of face to it. The condition of this watch, apparently from the seller, is in really good condition. It actually looks pretty good according to the pictures. I don't see a lot of plate wearing, so that's definitely something that you want to look out for when you're buying a gold-plated watch, because the gold plate can wear quite easily. It also has the original bracelet on it, which is also really nice. The seller claims that everything is working as it should do, etc., etc. So I would say it's pretty much good to go. Now he's asking around $360 for this watch. It's a little bit over the price that I would like to pay, but given the condition of it and they're not that common, I would say go for it. So we've broken down 3 watches, and as it stands now, we've come in at just over $1,000, around $1,050, $1,060. And that's 3 watches that we've got. We've got the Super Dugena Skin Diver, we've got the Seiko Pan Am Lemon Face, and of course we've got the super nice, super fresh, new old stock Enica Sherpa D600. The 4th watch on my list that I have basically chosen is gonna be within the chronograph category, because it's super important that you need to have a chronograph within your collection. Everybody likes a chronograph. That's how it is. And there is an abundance of chronographs out there to choose from. You have got Venus models, Landerons, Valjus, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to choosing a watch within this category, chronographs are expensive. I'm not gonna lie. So what have I decided to go for? I've decided to go for something which is a really good model. There's so many of them out there that parts are super easy to find. The Valjoux 7733. It is a really, really nice movement. If something goes wrong, parts are easy to find, and it just works really, really well. The one in question that I have decided to go for is the Corny Valjoux 7733 40mm chronograph. Now the guy listed it at 40mm, but if I'm honest, I think it's probably actually about 39mm, but I will explain the situation. The reason I have gone for this watch is this. First of all, I love the dial. There is a heavy patina to this dial. Some people will call this tropical. I would say it's a little bit worse than that, but I think it looks beautiful with the handset, with the sub-dials, and it has this really nice webbed patina on it. But most importantly, all of the text is completely viable. So of course you want to make sure that you can read what's on the dial. That's important. I think it looks super fresh. The other reasons that I've gone for this is it was very, very common in the 70s when they were producing and banging out these Valjoux 7733s that they were never marked by the manufacturers. When you'd open up the case back, they would always be blank. But here's the thing with this corny that I like. It's fully marked on the dial corny, it's marked on the case back corny, and even on the bridge of the 7733, you even have the maker's mark marked on there as well. It has a really nice pop-in handset, those bright orange hands on the sub-dials. You've got the black one for the seconds, and then of course for the chronograph functions, you've got them in orange. They look really nice, and that tacky ring as well that's going on there, also with the numbers in orange, just makes it look super fresh and super nice. This guy is asking around $500 for this watch, and I think that is really fair. Seriously, I think it's a fair price for this watch. It's a chronograph in your collection, and that means it's super fresh and super nice. So as it stands now, we have come in at just over $1,500, so we have got room for one more watch. And the last watch that I've decided to go for is something that you would use more on like an everyday, not have to worry about it so much, etc, etc. And I've decided to go for something a little bit more modern. I've had a few of these watches before, and I'll be honest with you, for the price that they are going for, and with it being an actual Swiss watch as well, you cannot beat them. I've had about 3 or 4 of these watches over the years. They are super nice on the wrist. They are really comfortable to wear. They look stylish. They are of a great quality, and they are in a great competitor range in its market, but the price is still really good. For the last watch, I have decided to go for the Hamilton Khaki Field Fully Automatic. Seriously, and also on top of this, for the price in question, it's brand new. Brand new, box, papers, guarantee, everything. So basically Hamilton offer a standard 2-year warranty on their watches from new. So once it's been signed and sealed on the back of the international warranty card, you've got full 2 years manufacturer warranty, so you don't need to worry about it in case something is not working correctly with the movement, etc, etc. It's peace of mind. It's like when you got your car and you buy it new, you want peace of mind. This is the Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic, reference number H704557333. It is a beautiful watch with a super fresh dial. My favorite part about the watch is the hands. I love the way that the seconds hand has got the little red triangle at the top. So it just adds that little bit of extra color to the mix when the watch is basically operational. Now the movement inside is what Hamilton call their H-10 movement. It is basically an ATA 2824 movement. The ATA 2824 is a super robust workhorse of a movement. It is used in many modern watches, also in a lot of watches that are worth a hell of a lot more money than this one is. Watches have used it over the years, like Breitling, etc. They have used it. Tag Heuer have also used it over the years. It is a really solid movement. And of course, when you're buying a watch brand new, you've got your 2-year warranty, so you don't need to worry about something if anything goes wrong. This is the reason that I've chose this watch as the 5th and final watch for this collection. It's a do not worry about things watch. The seller is asking a standard $439 for this watch, brand new, with box, with papers, online right now. I think that's an excellent price for what it is. So there we have it, guys. These are my 5 takeaway watches to build up a watch collection for less than $2,000. And in my opinion, I think I've pretty much smacked it. You got your diver, you got your dress watch, you got your digital watch, you got your chronograph, and you got your everyday modern watch to basically not worry about it. If you like this video, guys, please hit a like on it. Feel free and tell me what you would have in your collection and drop me a comment in the comment section. And of course, by all means, feel free to subscribe to the HP channel, because then you're going to find out exactly when the next videos drop and you get your notifications in your inbox that there's a new HP video out there. So guys, I will leave a link in the description to all of the watches that I've basically talked about today. As I mentioned, I'm not affiliated in these watches whatsoever. I do not know the sellers. This is my own research regarding putting this together as a challenge. And especially to the person that reached out to me initially with this question, I hope this is beneficial to them as well. As always, guys, until next time.